Well, Backyard Bible Club is really near and dear to our hearts personally because that's how the Lord brought us to Cornerstone. We were new to South Carolina. We were kind of church hopping, and neighbors of ours invited us to a Backyard Bible Club, and we didn't really know what that was, but the kids sounded really excited about it. So we walked over there, and it was just right behind our house, and didn't really know what to expect. But we really were impressed. I remember just sitting there, and the people that were teaching were supposed to be, talking on a child's level so that they could understand and putting the word in a way that was comprehensible to them. But I remember just sitting there soaking up every word because it was on a level I could understand, and I was just so excited to be hearing the word in that way. And really the first time I had heard it presented that way. And so it was really neat because by the end of that week, our kids were actually begging us to go to Cornerstone. They were like, "Can we go to this church?" They were just having so much fun and they were learning so much. And so we said, well, okay, we could check it out. And Backyard Bible Club ended on that Friday. That following Sunday, we came to Cornerstone, and we've been there every Sunday since. We just really loved it. So,
Yeah. And as a add-on to that, we started helping with other backyard Bible clubs within our church, and that's sort of become a ministry of ours to be able to give back in that way to every year since we've been at the backyard Bible clubs trying to create the same experience for other families.
and we later listening to our children's testimonies as they recount it to others, the three older ones say that Backyard Bible Club was really the week that they realized their need for Christ, and that they feel like that was the opening that God used to reach their hearts and to want them to be saved. So that was kind of a neat experience too, to hear them tell others about that. And we didn't know that at the time, but afterwards, when they tell that story, that's really special to us to hear that.
Yeah, it was really impactful in a way that the church reached out to us and gave us an opportunity to hear God's word. And it wasn't just, even though it's a children's event, it's a place where they welcome the parents to come and be engaged and be involved too. So through that, we had an opportunity to hear God's word as well, and moving here and being new to the area and not having a church, and gave us an opportunity to get connected through some fantastic youth leaders that just had so much energy and so much passion, and the kids were just drawn to it, and the rest is history, so to speak. Easily costume night has got to be the biggest. Water night is a huge hit.
Yeah.
But most of all, it's a place for them to connect with some of the friends they have at church, but also meet a lot of new kids, and they get a big kick out of getting to, over that week, it's not just, coming to a playground for an afternoon where you play with a kid. You spend 5 evenings in a row, and they really get to know some of the other kids. And, they get to learn some great songs, and they come home and sing those songs for what feels like years afterwards. They sing them over and over again, and it becomes, kind of a thing within our house to always be walking around singing those songs. It's really just a fantastic way to do that, as well as the youth, the leaders who are leading that. They get a connection to those some adults within the church also. Who they get to see them in a different place than a church pew. They get to see them in a fun, engaging environment too.
I think the competition too. We've definitely had a house divided throughout the week as the intensity builds up if we have rival teams in the same house. So they really enjoy the buildup of who's going to win, the red team or the blue team, and they enjoy recounting years past of keeping record of who won and who hasn't.
Yeah, I would say that was the start of our connection with Cornerstone, and it was it's what brought our 3 oldest children to be saved, and eventually later on for me to be saved as well. And I think the advice I would give people is it may seem like just a fun sort of silly week, but it's an impactful place where you can touch the hearts of a lot of people and have an impact. I mean, we can't say enough about it because that's why we're here today. And we thank Backyard Bible Club for it every time, because every time we say, boy, it's coming up, this is great, remember what it did for us. And we always leave at the end of the week saying, wow, what a fun week, what a great week.